Hey everybody, welcome back. It is time for another digital media support network update as far as we're diving into different things. Every Tuesday, we look at different aspects of what it means to be a pastor and to do so through technology. And so today is a little upside down, a little backwards, because as happens in ministry life, I got a call from the school, and my little guy is having some allergy issues today. So I went over, brought him home, and we're keeping a good eye on him, getting him back to health. He's doing okay though, and so consequently, I thought it would be fitting because today we're going to talk about kids ministries, student ministries, family ministries, if you call it that. Maybe you call it next gen ministries. Whatever it is that you kind of title it, children's ministries. The What matters is that we're handing something to the next generation, right? And so we're going to talk about some different options, some things to think about, some things to look at as we're looking at ministering to kids. And so I thought it would be fitting to be in my son's room, right? So we got the Legos, the map, we got matey. We got some pirates up in here with us. And so we're pretty excited to just kind of join together. And so what I want your help a little bit today. So if you're tuned in, or if you're watching this later, you can share whatever links of kinds of curriculum and things that you use at your church. What is it that you use for your church in trying to reach the next generation? One of the things we still are not able to do at this moment, while we might be able to, maybe you're doing services outside without masks for those on stage, or maybe you're doing it inside and you're using masks. As things continue to change, we're still not able at this point to do programming for kids and students. And so, what are some options? Because as the pandemic continues to wear on, this is this moment in every single child's life that they will remember. My kids, your kids, the kids of everyone in your congregation, the kids of everyone in your community at large, everyone will remember this year and a half, 2 years, whatever time period it ends up in total. No one will forget. And what will they remember when it comes to their interaction with our churches? How is it they'll remember? Will they remember that kids were actually engaged, that they were engaged by their church, or were they kind of a forgotten pastime, placed to the side because there were other concerns? So we want to really talk about this a little bit, and we're going to dive in. And I thought I'd kind of start with, when we jump into curriculum, there's a lot of different options out there. In fact, it's pretty remarkable. If you just kind of go in here, I'm going to jump on over here. So if you just search for curriculum, Sabbath school curriculum has a less, of course, results. If you search Sunday school curriculum or just kids church curriculum, various things, these are the kinds of results that you get. You get, ministry to children, group publishing, grow curriculum. You get Elevate Kids, you get ScienceTV.com, Superbook Academy, ShareFaith.com. Like, how many options could there possibly be, right? They're all over the place. And so as we sift through all of that, what is it that we're really looking for? And here are the three things I'm always looking for. I was a next gen pastor for 6 years out in Denver prior to coming out and joining the North Hills community as a lead pastor. So this is near and dear to my heart. And what are the things that I think are quality to look for in a kid's curriculum? And how has that been shaped by the pandemic? Because it has significantly. So the first thing that I'm always looking for is it easy for our volunteers, right? Are our volunteers able to take it and make sure they're prioritizing their relationship with the kids? I want their top priority to be, hey, do I know what's gone on in Johnny's week this week? Do I know what Maria is thinking about? Do I know that Sally's pet died, and can we take some time? I want my volunteers to be able to be fully present with the kids, uh, whether that's online or that's in person. So I want them to be able to be present. And that means for online, that means like it needs to be simple things, very clear. Here's what you say, here's what you do, here's what you need. If at all possible, we try and provide any of the resources, even if that means stopping at their house or sending them a package with the resources for the month that they might need. But is it easy for our volunteers? Because we don't want to burn out our volunteers. We want them to feel like being around kids, it gives them life, right? So that's our first real priority. Is it easy for volunteers? The second thing I look for is it engaging to parents? I want something that when the parents hear about what's going to go on with the kids, that they have some way to connect with that idea, some way to keep that conversation going at home. I saw somewhere a statistic that is really important, and that's that as churches, we have on average about 30, maybe they're really diligent, 40, 50 at the most, hours with a kid every year. And that was before COVID. This last year, you might have had 0, except for whatever they spent with you online. And maybe that's trimmed down. That's like 20 minutes at a time, whatever it might be. We have limited time with kids. But parents, they still have 3,000 or more hours every week, or every year, I mean, with kids. 3,000 hours versus our 50 hours in a good situation. So we want to pour into parents so that they can leverage their 3,000 hours for the best spiritual growth of their kids. So I want whatever curriculum, I want whatever we're talking about on the weekend to carry over into what is going on in kids' lives throughout the week. So that's another thing that I'm always looking for. Is it engaging to parents? And finally, the third thing, is it enjoyable for kids? Are kids having a good time with it? I want to know, are kids excited to come back? Do they want to jump online even on Zoom, as tired as we all are of Zoom? Do they want to jump on Zoom and engage? Are they excited to get a package in the mail? Are they engaged and enjoying the topic? Really, are they having fun? And sometimes we can so spiritualize things that we forget that fun is going to matter, because they're not going to show up otherwise. And so if we can make it fun, if we can make it fun enough, then even when things open back up, it's actually kids that will bring their parents to church. Kids that are going to wake them up and say, Mom, Dad, I want to go to Sabbath school. I want to go to Sabbath school. Like, there's a lot going on. And so they won't want to miss out, right? And so we want to take and make sure it's enjoyable for kids. All right, so with those 3 things in mind, we're going to kind of take a look. We're just going to scratch the surface. These are some things that I've had some experience with. And again, I would love for you, if you'd like to be part of this, share what curriculum you're using down in the comments right down below me here in the group, for other people to take a look at. You can also, there's a link there posted. If you're watching live, you can click on that link and actually join me right here. And so we can chat if you have something you want to show us. All right. So it's kind of like phoning in a radio show or something. But so we are going to jump in and we're going to kind of take a look. And so as we're going through, we're going to switch on over out of our search. We're going to just jump in. This is, of course, Gracelink, right? Gracelink is the curriculum that's given to us by the General Conference. And they have it in all sorts of age groups and things like that. So I don't know what it is your church is currently doing with this, if you are using it, but they have done some neat things, especially for the primary division. So they have various age groups, of course, and then for primary ages 5 to 9, they have put together these full-on descriptions. This is stuff for students to hand out or email or maybe print out and mail in a packet. They have stuff for your volunteers, for your teachers as well. And then they also have these great videos, right? And so I'm just going to kind of hit play, but make sure keep that down low. But this is their video. And
hi everyone,
it's
they've got the verse 35.
They've got
forgive your brother, ask Jesus.
They've got great Bible stories. And then
the you gave his servant,
all of these
God,
kinds of things, right? And so you can take this, you can actually go, if you go to resources, you can go to video usage right here, okay? And if you go to video usage, it's telling you that if you're an Adventist church, you have permission to use this. You can click on this Vimeo link, vimeo.com/Gracelink channels moderated, right? This is going to open up. Here are all of their different videos, right? So this is in Cantonese. These are all different languages. Spanish, those of you that are in Spanish, right? So you have all sorts of different things. You can get animations or various things. You can download these videos from these links. Let me find one that I can read, because I'm not even very good with English, but that's the only thing that I can struggle at. And so you can click on this, and you can click on a video, right? You can click right here on the video, and then you're going to have this download button right here. I'm going to pause that. You have this download button right here. You can download it and then post it on your own website. You could use Playlister. If you weren't with us before when we talked about Playlister, go back a few weeks, last month, maybe it was 2 months ago actually, that we talked to Chris from Playlister, and Playlister is a phenomenal service. So you could intersperse this video along with videos from your volunteers, things of that nature, so your kids still see the small group leaders that they have, the Sabbath school teachers that they have. You can intersperse them. So this has some great places you can download whatever works best in your situation, but you have this full video download, and that is possible because of what they've done here. The other option is you can just look for Gracelink in Vimeo, and if we just type in Gracelink, then you're going to find, who knows what you'll find? Point of Grace. All right, well, it used to work. That's how I found it last night. All right, here we go. So you have all of these lessons, right? And so here's Gracelink lesson 10 again, and this has kind of a leader. So this was
Hi, Prince and Princesses. I'm Auntie Kate, right. And this is our children's Sabbath school program. And guess what? You are welcome to come along with me.
There you go.
Good morning.
That's awesome. So you have kind of a host, and I'm going to skip through a little bit. You have some kids involved, some rabbits, some puppets, some songs to sing along with, right? And all this stuff that you can use. Now you can download it right here at this link right here is the lesson. But this is something that you could use as well. Okay. All right. So that's Gracelink. Another option is you could go to open.lifechurch.com. This has a bunch of resources. So pastors, this has resources for all sorts of things for you. But you can click on resources, open.life.church, and then you can go to categories, and you can just say kids or youth. And they're going to have a bunch. These are the people that do the Bible app and the Bible app for kids. So you're going to have a bunch of different thematic things. It's got music. It's got a lesson. So, for instance, we could say blueprints at home. And you could click on this. And it's an 8-week series to do as a family at home, right? And so they're going to have part 1, week 1. There's a PDF. There's media. So this has, you can preview things.
Hey, everyone. My name is Susanna, but you can call me Suze. We're going to kick the day off by singing about God together.
Right? So you have all of these kinds of aspects of things. We've got a story.
We all saw Skip feeling.
This is
with a loud crack.
About
no
20 minutes
there.
long.
Everyone knows you can't live in a
There's
sandcastle.
a Bible story based on
the house itself
wise
wasn't
and the
built
foolish
out of
man
sand.
who built their houses
it was built
on sand and on
sand.
rock, right? And it looks like it's got a whole thing. Music. So you've got that, and you can download it, and you got a family lesson to send home to parents, and then you have some preschool media as well. So there's your elementary and preschool age groups. So this is a neat option as well. So this is open.life.church, as it says up at the top. And so this has various options as well if you're looking for maybe a short kind of curriculum or something, fill in, or if you want to just kind of pick and choose as you go, that is totally free as well. So Gracelink is of course free, open.life.church is free, but this is from a non-denominational church, so this you're going to want to take and just cruise through it and make sure everything lines up okay. Usually I haven't found many, if any, most of the time, difficult issues at all, especially with kids and preschool and elementary curriculums. The next one I want to kind of point out is Group. Group that also does a bunch of great curriculum. And Group's curriculum is broken up into different ways. So they have this great chart if you just go to their website and look up their ministry resources for kids curriculum, and they have kind of these 5-6 options. And these 6 options, they'll break them down. They'll tell you how many age groups, what kind of formats, what kind of length you're looking at, and then how long it takes to go through that. So this is a 2-year curriculum. This has 5 programs in it total, 6 quarters to go through that. It'll take 3 years to go through the Faith Weaver, 2 years to go through, right? And so depending on how much of a cycle, scope and cycle is what they call it, and how much time they want to go through, you can look and you can find things. They also have COVID-19 options. So you can click on COVID-19 options, and this is going to bring you kind of a question and answer, and you fill out various things, and it will kind of customize, okay, here's what we recommend, because you want videos and you want a certain age group and you want various things. So depending on what it is you're looking for, kids can engage with that. Now, when I talk about videos, like, again, you can post them on your website, you can send them via email. For us, we have been posting them on our website, and the kids watch the videos, and they have a devotional that they can download and they can fill out. They get points, and the teachers talk about it. And then for 20 minutes, they hop on Zoom with their Sabbath school teachers. And they've done this throughout the pandemic. They hop on with their Sabbath school teachers, and they talk about what they've learned, how their week has gone, and they still have that connection point. But we've discovered that as we're putting things on our website, lots of people have been using them. It's been really great. So there's multiple options there from Group. Group Publishing obviously does a lot of great VBS stuff. So here's some more stuff. Another option is the Grow curriculum. Grow curriculum, I think their biggest strength is they have this huge annual calendar that they put together. And it works great for student ministries. It also works great for children's ministries, kids curriculum. You can see behind right here in the video behind them, that's their annual calendar, and they help you break things down. They help you plan out your whole year. And so you can grab your main leaders, your volunteers, you can get them together in a Zoom group. You can break out your whole year and go through and say, hey, we're going to do July to July or June to June, right? So we have summer to kind of build up and then get through that school year. However it might work best for you, but you can set your annual calendar all together, and they have the really great tools to do that. They build it around 6 different things that they'll talk about in their materials, but they have a bunch of parent tips. They have stuff for volunteers for you to encourage your volunteers and help them grow and learn. They have, of course, teachings. They even have like these are all their themes. They even have like 1-minute videos. In fact, let me see if I can show you here one of their 1-minute videos. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I can do that now. Let's see. Let's try it.
So we all want a squad, right? Like a place for all of us to belong. Of course we do, because that's exactly how we were designed. And God designed the church to help meet that need. Now, when you hear church, you might think building, preacher, event, but the church is so much more than that. It is community, a family. The earlier followers of Jesus needed help trying to figure out how to be God's family. And a guy named Paul wrote them a letter that we now call the book of Ephesians. And in chapter 1, he made it really clear. The church is God's family, but it's not exclusive. We can all be a part of God's family. That's right, all of us are invited to join the family, and that's good news. So, if you do not belong to God's family yet, you're invited. And if you do, are you helping others to know they belong too?
So that's one of the videos from the Grow curriculum, and again, they do a great job of putting that together, and just kind of the annual calendar. They have those. They don't have longer videos, so if you're looking for longer videos to use, they don't have that option. So that's something that you're going to get from Grace, from some of the group publishing stuff, from the Life Church stuff. But you're not going to get it from the Grow curriculum, so you're not going to get your longer lesson videos. So that's one of those options. And again, it's made for non-denominational, for across denominations. And so depending on what your taste, you might have to edit things here or there. But it gives you some options. The final one I want to show you is the Orange curriculum. And Orange I've used Orange for a lot of years. It's also a non-denominational curriculum, and in 9 years of using the curriculum, I've never had to edit anything. I've chosen to edit some things, but I've never had to edit anything. And so Orange has stuff all the way up, but let me just kind of play a little video from them, give you a little taste of Orange.
What you say to kids this week matters. You are shaping what kids think about God. You are shaping how kids talk about God. That's why the Orange Kids team writes thousands of words each week that impact the faith and future of nearly 500,000 kids. Orange Kids curriculum gives you a weekly strategy that helps kids build a foundation of faith through group activities, worship, experience, large group presentations, and small group interaction. With First Look preschool curriculum and 252 Kids Elementary and preteen curriculum, you have everything you need. Videos, music, scripts, activities, and more to create an experience that kids can talk about with their parents all week long. What you say to kids this week matters. What you say to students this week matters. You are shaping what students think about God. You are shaping how students talk about God. That's why the Orange Students team will spend a combined 400 hours every week, carefully crafting the words that hundreds of thousands of teenagers will hear this week through our XP3 curriculum. XP3 curriculum provides teaching videos, customizable scripts, graphic packages, small group guides, and more to create a unique experience for middle school and high school students. Orange curriculum combines the best practices of childhood development with spiritual training to help kids at every phase grow in their faith. If you want what you say to make a lasting impact, you need to say it in the context of a loving relationship. That's why the Orange strategy is designed to put a consistent leader in the life of every kid, partner with every parent, and engage students to grow their own faith. The Orange strategy for students is built around the belief that no one should ever do faith alone. What you say to kids and students this week matters.
So that's the Orange curriculum, and if we dive here into their website, we can go right here. You just go to thinkorange.com, and there you can kind of explore their curriculum and various tools as well. What I like about orange is that, and let me just log in with you here, and you can take a look. I'm going to log in. All right. So what you have with orange is you have the different age groups. And one of the things I like, let me go over to here. So this is April, reconnect the bridge. You've got various things. You've got starters for smaller groups. You've got groups if you want to do a large group and then break out into smaller groups. You have a family experience, something that you can invite parents to, or an online thing that you can invite parents to tune into with their kids to talk about it. You have various take-home things. This has stuff for kids and stuff for parents. And then you have the media package. So it has various graphics and teaching things and PowerPoints, and like there's tons of stuff. If you go up into like your middle school or high school age groups, one of the things it adds is it adds things like social media posts. So it actually automatically has social media posts. If you have high schoolers, has social media posts that are already there, ready to roll. So all you have to do is download it, and then you'll have, before you do something about injustice, you have to see it. And that's their bottom line there, right? So they have various things, and they talk about some very relevant, obviously this one's on doing something in your neighborhoods, making a difference in your community. So they have various very relevant topics that they cover. They also have, one of the things that I have appreciated about them is that they have an app. And so if you are a small group leader, you can actually, there's this, they call it the Lead Small app. Ooh, there you go. And the Lead Small app, like it's got all their small group stuff. So your small group leader can just log in on their app and automatically see what the curriculum is. And then they also have a Parent Queue app. And the Parent Queue app syncs with whatever age group curriculum. And so, for instance, this is my daughter Oceana, and she no longer looks that young. She's now a preteen. And so if I scroll, and there's Kai, so depending on which one I want to go to, and I scroll down, it's got a video for her to watch. It's got stuff for me to do with her, to question and answer stuff. And so it's got ways for me as a parent or for our parents to be engaged with the curriculum as well. So all I have to do is point parents to the app and let the app do the work. So those are the things I like about the orange curriculum. It has its pluses and its minuses, of course. It is the most expensive of the curriculums. But they have a scholarship system for smaller churches like ours that's pretty cool. So what is it that you're using? I'd love for you to share down below if you have the chance. Share below what it is that you're using. How have you stayed in touch? What's working for you? Because we have to work together again throughout this time to keep in touch with the next generation. What we do for kids is the legacy that we leave. The church to come is in our churches today. And how we deal with them, how we interact with them, how we engage with them determines our future as a church in so many ways. So join with me and let's just jump in and see what we can do for the next generation. I want to remind you, every Tuesday at 1 p.m. we all jump online together and we dive into another aspect. So you can go back through every Tuesday. You can look at all the various live streams that we've done and take a look. So feel free to enjoy those. And until then, we will see you next week. Thanks so much for joining us.